Guys, we made it! Happy New Year, guys. People are feeling very high for 2025. That's kind of like the general consensus I've seen online.
For me, I've had this mindset of dream big enough to scare you. That even at the end of it all, you know that you will achieve something.
Are we actually dreaming big? Or are we following each other's dreams and then saying we're dreaming big? Everything I see online about people and their goals for this year, what they want to accomplish, I'm like, please, it all looks very similar.
We're all following one direction. And it's like, okay, then what is actually for you?
The reason why we're lacking purpose is because everyone's dream big. Your dream big is not big if your dream is the same as everyone else. Just because it looks grand, but it's not yours. You borrowed that dream from someone else.
Samu, this is best January. Some people can adopt somebody else's plan and actually excel.
But they will feel it when they feel the emptiness of that accomplishment.
Do you know how many things we are taking in on a daily basis? Everything we are consuming, all we are thinking about is I want this to be my reality. What is your reality?
Oh, they started a business. Must mean I must start a business. But don't let the idolatry of financial freedom put us into the slave of not fulfilling our purpose and fulfilling someone else's.
It's not until when I have 1 million that I can be successful.
Facts.
It's not until when I have all the money in this world that I can be rich.
The mundane is remarkable, but the success culture that we're in right now has made it unremarkable. I can't lie to you. You're giving up that part because of another part that seems to look more glamorous than yours.
You're getting me emotional, bro, honestly.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the World of Our Own podcast. I am your one and sometimes chaotic host, Sam.
And I am Omoba Sir.
And that is correct. Guys, we made it!
We did.
Welcome to 2025. Happy New Year, guys. Happy freaking New Year.
I know, right?
Seth, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'll be so honest with you. Sam's pissed me off today. To be very honest with you, don't touch me.
I piss you off.
I have to tell them. I can't. The thing is, guys, if there's an energy in the studio, before we record, I will address the energy on camera. Because I won't be able to move on unless I address the energy.
You are the one that pissed me off.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Okay. Don't even touch me.
Wait, what? How did I piss you off?
You pissed me off because, well, there's no actual...
What's wrong with you, Sam? You pissed me
There's
off.
no actual reason. I'm pissed off because I pissed him off. Don't tell me you pissed me because if you tell me if you tell me I pissed you off, you pissed me off straight away.
How does that even make sense?
I feel like every new year I've come to, I'm always like, so much is gonna happen this year. This is when I'm gonna do this. This is when I'm gonna do that. And guys, I'm sorry to put you down. I feel like we're just generally being on social media right now. People are feeling very high for 2025. That's kind of like the general consensus I've seen online. I feel like for 2024, it wasn't really given like that. When we came into 2024, people weren't like, this is my year. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Loads of stuff.
I haven't seen that yet.
Have you not seen that for 2025?
No.
I have. People are very on a high level for 2025. People are very optimistic. I keep wanting to say people seem to think that this is going to be their year. That sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. No. I love it. I love this whole idea of coming into a new year and just, it's a clean slate. Do you understand what I mean?
Yep.
And you expect so much from yourself. We've had this conversation before. We had it on episode 10, I think it was. And you expect so much for yourself. Do you understand what I mean? Yep. Because why not? It's a new year. You get to start again. You get to really give things your best shot. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. And I love that. Guys, I don't want to crap on your energy, guys. If your energy is up there and you're thinking 2025 is that year. As you should. I'm just saying for myself, it's not that I don't think it's my year. I really do think it's my year because I'm not under the thinking that I'm gonna take an L this year. Do you understand what I mean? Because if I think that, that's what's gonna come to fruition. Okay. So I'm definitely not under the impression that I'm taking an L this year. But one thing that every year has always proved to you is life will life. So you cannot control everything. Yes. Life is just gonna do what it needs to do. So anytime you set these expectations and these goals for yourself, you also need to give space for life.
For me, I've had this mindset of dream big. Let your dream scare you.
Yeah.
Because if you dream big and you feel like your dream, you see the bigger picture, there is a tendency of you actually achieving.
Do you think people are dreaming big? Enough? Do you think a lot of people are dreaming big?
I would
Do you
say,
think that's a normal thing in our culture right
from
now?
what I'm saying, I would say to a certain level, people are. One thing is to dream big. You also have to have the drive to get yourself there.
Okay.
Like, get yourself out of that comfort zone to get to that place.
Okay.
Because anyone can dream big.
Yeah.
People dream big every day.
Okay.
Because come to think about it, even on a daily basis, we see ourselves in a Range Rover.
Yeah.
In your imagination, that's you dreaming big.
Cool. Stop there. Good. Okay. Good. Let me get comfortable. I have many questions for you. Sev.
It's not an interview.
No, I know. No. Not those kind of questions. No. I'm just, because obviously you're talking about people dreaming big. I just question, the reason why I asked you that initial question is because, like, are we actually dreaming big? Or are we following each other's dreams and then saying we're dreaming big? Because, and the reason why I'm asking this is because even with everything that I've been seeing on social media, fun, exciting, we all love the new year, hallelujah, good for you. So there's something big, there's something new, and I'm not belittling that. I really want to challenge what dreaming big is to us. Because a lot of the dreaming big looks very similar on social media. So are you really dreaming big?
Samu, you just cut out my head.
Like, are you actually dreaming big? And I think the reason why I asked that is, I honestly think in our generation, we are lacking, fam, sorry to make this hella philosophical on the first episode of the year, we're lacking purpose in our generation. And the reason why we're lacking purpose is because everyone's dream big. Your dream big is not big if your dream is the same as everyone else. That's not dreaming big. Just because it looks grand, but it's not yours. You borrowed that dream from someone else.
Samu, this is 1st January. This is New Year. We're meant to be celebrating. You're bringing philosophy. Sam, all of the dreaming big is about holidays. It's about
starting a business,
becoming
an entrepreneur, start having content online. There's a narrative we're all following. And I can't lie.
So it's like we are all following the same
I can't lie.
pattern.
It's always been like that through generations. There's always a way. And it's crazy because obviously we have a content platform right now. We could also be in the trap of a way. But the reason why I feel like I'm confident to speak like this is because I know that this podcast for me isn't just a podcast. We have conversations behind the scenes about what strategically this is for us. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable to question. And to be honest, sometimes I question myself. Am I just doing what everyone else is doing? Because right now, the norm is becoming content, is becoming the internet, is becoming a side hustle, is becoming start a business, is becoming entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is cool, but what does entrepreneurship look like for you? We are online and we're saying we have these goals, we have these dreams, we have these targets, even this whole gym culture. And I'm not jealous because I don't have the muscles. In fact, I would love the muscles, great. But this whole gym culture is so new, but it's becoming so like, and I'm not saying don't be healthy. I'm just saying we live in a world right now where it's just so easy to follow an aesthetic. It's so easy to follow an aesthetic. Whether it's a gym aesthetic, whether it's a career aesthetic, whether it's the clean girl aesthetic, there's a new bloody aesthetic every other month. And you think posting, I'm not saying don't post what we're going to post on dumb social media, post what we're going to post, but we think posting something's like, oh my God, this is me, unique me, this is me, my fresh idea, my fresh new idea, my fresh idea. It's just a mix of everything that you have accepted for yourself that maybe isn't yours. And that's why I asked you, are we really dreaming big? Because yes, it could look grand.
And hence why, like, I was even, because it makes sense now, because bear in mind, I was even the one telling you, oh, Sam, have you monetized it? Oh, Sam, this. Oh, Sam, that. And I realized that even within all of this, the goal is not even about the money.
Yes.
It's about how to reach people.
Yes.
It makes sense. Because although for me, I'm the one even telling you, Sam, let's monetize this.
Yeah.
All the videos, you know, you're not making a 1 minute enough for to make money out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, then why are we doing this? When I thought, okay, there should be a level of money coming in.
Facts. We trying to
but
get
then
rich.
it's like, it makes sense because, you know, when you are doing something outside of you, the norm.
Yep.
The norm is you actually enjoying it and trying to reach the right people.
Yeah.
So it's like we are all following one direction.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, then what is actually for you?
Yeah.
What is your plan? What is you?
Yeah.
Within this whole thing?
Yes. There are times in my life where I listen a lot to successful people, and a lot of them, their idea of success always changes when they reach that level of success that they were attaining for. It's just this idea of the grass is always greener on the other side. And I think live life, but I also think we need to take moments where we look long and hard at what it is we really want.
Yeah.
And why it is we want that thing.
We don't really ask ourselves certain
No,
questions.
we don't. We live, yes, we don't.
There are some questions.
We lack introspection in our generation. We do.
What's introspection?
And like looking inward.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think the thing is we don't really ask ourselves questions.
Yes.
And within you asking yourself questions is how you know yourself and you know what you want.
Yeah.
And because all of this is all down to reflection and having the right person by your side.
That's good.
The right person that will able to help you unlock those things within you. Like this whole planning, it is good to plan, but it's good to plan to know yourself.
That's good.
Like planning to know yourself is a big thing.
Yes, because we're consuming so much.
Bro,
and we don't realize how much is influencing us.
Yes.
We're as much. You're saying that as much as we're planning, as much as we're achieving, as much as we're aspiring, bruh, you better aspire to be knowing yourself in the process.
Yes.
Because your body is doing things that you don't even know that it's doing. It's aligning to things that you don't even know it's aligning to just because of what you are consuming subconsciously. And
you are buying into somebody else's plan.
Yes.
You're buying into somebody else's idea.
And it's everyone. We're all guilty.
Absolutely. I am guilty as well.
We're all guilty. It's just harder when you're not doing that work of introspection. You're not doing that work of looking inward. Just like you said.
Yeah, because it's an important thing, because that way you won't feel exhausted within the process.
Yeah.
Because with this now, even despite we haven't slept realistically.
Yes.
But we are still able to come here because
we're very tired.
We know that we are coming to speak to each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like you tend to enjoy. People give up on what is not actually them. Because you know, you haven't checked inwardly. Even sometimes they may not even get tired in the process. Some people can adopt somebody else's plan and actually excel in it.
Yes,
let's not
and
write
live
that
it out,
off.
definitely.
And make sure they get there.
Definitely.
That is possible.
But they will feel it when they feel the emptiness of that accomplishment. You will.
Samu.
You will.
Calm down. You're running too fast. Oh my God.
You will. You may not feel it in the process, but once you get to, I achieved it, and there's nothing inside you. You feel not even empty. You don't even feel like yourself. You've become another being, and you can feel that. That's a loss. You grieve the loss of a process that you didn't have to go through.
You know, people that said I would rather cry in a Benz or rather cry, it's because you are not there enough to know how it feels. Enough for you to wish that for yourself. Sometimes we wish for things.
That's true. Oh, I get
that could be to the detriment of ourselves.
Give me a G-Wagon. Let me cry my G-Wagon.
People that are there, that have the money, they cry that they are crying is some are crying the cry of health.
Yeah.
Some are crying the cry of despite all the money that they have.
Yep.
They have no peace.
Yep.
Some are crying different kind of cries.
Some are crying the cry of no community.
No community. Who can they trust?
Many. I don't even want to mention names because this guy is very popular. People who lack community in their lives. And it's crazy because they post as if they're fine. But knowing the benefit of community, I know what they're grieving because they lack community. Because on their way to success, they left everybody behind. Just talking about the loneliness of people who are grinding for what isn't even their purpose, to the point where they accomplish it and they've lost so much.
You're talking to me
They've
directly.
made sacrifices that they don't need to make.
That was literally me at the point.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I just wanted to make sure that I get there.
Yeah, fair. Does the top have to be lonely?
It doesn't have to.
It does, and do you know what? That's why
it doesn't have to.
Every time I see this hyper, I don't know. It's the kind of Andrew Tate era. Andrew Tate. Who else can I use as an example? You know, the hyper successful era. We're focused, narrow-minded, tunnel vision. We're getting to the top. It's about our money. It's about our goals. It's about our accomplishment. It's about this. Mine. And they always use this language of sometimes the top is lonely, but I don't know. Every time
it doesn't have to be lonely.
The hyper successful content, something just doesn't feel right within me, because I'm like, does the top have to be lonely? And it's not that I want to hold people close. It's just, does it have to be like that?
The crazy
is that
thing,
the way it is? Is that the truth?
Flip. You know, the crazy thing about what you're saying is that loneliness is not about you not having people around you. You can have as much people around you and still be lonely.
That's very true.
I think that's the loneliness. It's not that, come on, rich people, they have rich people as them around them.
Yeah, that's true.
But the loneliness is loneliness to themselves. When they are in their space, they are lonely. And, you know, there's always a void to be filled.
I like that. I like what you said there. Right? I like what you said there.
And that is the thing, because there is nothing, we are not able to fill that void.
Yeah.
And we are looking for somebody to fill that void. You question so many things that even to yourself, you will feel lonely despite you're not lonely. You will not feel accomplished despite you have accomplished.
Fair.
So it's a thing whereby it's a constant journey process, whereby it's a battle of oneself.
It is. What do they usually fill that void with?
They fill it with drugs. They fill it with party. They fill it with drinking.
Great.
They fill it with
and I think there's
drugs.
the obvious things. But do you know what isn't obvious?
Which one?
When they fill it with another business. Or they fill it with another project.
Oof.
Or they fill it with another accomplishment.
Or they feel like, I need to do more.
I need to do more.
I need to get myself out of.
I like when you mentioned void, because these hyper successful people, I have no issues with hyper successful people. Please, I want to be successful, but I don't want to be successful. We are successful, but by the grace of God, I will never be successful for the sake of being successful. I will be successful in my assignment and my purpose, and I will find that. I question the hyper successful people sometimes, because it's like, okay, you started this new project, you went on this new venture, you signed, you merged with this new business. The void doesn't have to be alcohol, sex, and drugs. Sometimes the void you're filling it with a new project. You're filling it with a new film. You're filling it with a new script. You're filling it with a new piece of art. People
just to get ourselves out of
people filling their voids with their work or quote unquote purpose. And I think they use that again to say, oh, look at this new business I started. Look at this new piece of content I created. Look at this new accomplished thing I did. Because that void of, I never, as much as I thought I would get there and I would have it, finally I accomplished what I was looking for. Jesus Christ, I'm still empty. So clearly I'm a scavenge. I'm a scavenge for the next thing.
Wow.
I'm a scavenge for the next piece of content. I'm a scavenge for the next business deal. Savage for the next contracts. But it's like,
you're still empty.
You're still empty. You're still chasing. You've lost something along the way.
You are having to fight so many stuff in you as an individual. It's like you are so lost.
Oh, yeah.
Within a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Because you're taking in so much from different people.
Yeah.
Going back to the same thing, even with the whole social media as well. You're because do you know how many things we are taking in on a daily basis? We are consuming so much.
Hyper consuming.
And we want, with everything we are consuming, all we are thinking about is, I want this to be my reality. I want this to be my reality. Meanwhile, what is your reality? Within everything you're seeing, within everything that has been planted in you, what is your reality? Your reality is not all of that.
Yes.
Your reality is still in you.
Yes.
But it's something that you can never discover if you don't take yourself out of the norm of what they're showing you.
And look. I want to say something. I think sometimes the people we see online, I know there's just this whole conversation of everything's fake online, maybe actually sometimes what we see online is real. Even the things that look glamorous and beautiful. The reason why what we see online is real but isn't real is because it's only a part.
Yeah.
It's only a fraction of that person's life. So it is real, but you're saying, oh, this is their whole life. But actually they went on this shopping spree in Dubai, they've got all these designer bags, but they just had the worst argument with their partner. And they don't have to post that. But I'm just saying that we all do it. We're always going to post the best. It's a highlight reel. And that's fine. I love that social media is a highlight reel. The issue now isn't about the people who post, but more about us who are consuming. It's understanding that this is only a moment. Literally a single moment in their life. Don't make connections where connections aren't there.
Yes.
Don't say, because this person's life looks like this right now, that means their whole life must look...
Maybe that's...
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's the mistake that we're making.
That's where all these expectations, all this unnecessary race is coming from. Going back to the plan.
You say it all the time. Whose race are you running?
Whose race are you running?
Race are you running? That's the foundation of this conversation right now. Because we're all running a race, right?
Oh, yes.
But Jesus Christ, the emptiness...
Whose lane are you on?
When you finish a race, and you get to the end of that race and realize...
A hoop?
Oh, no, literally, and I oop. Wait, whoa, this wasn't my race. Hey!
Flip, I was meant to be that downtown.
This was never my lane. Hey!
I've been running somebody else's lane.
I got disqualified from the competition.
Ages ago.
Jesus.
Even before you started the race, you've already disqualified.
Because you took on someone else's race.
Yes.
Because you said, oh, they started a business. Must mean I must start a business. I'm not saying it's not good. We're all looking for financial freedom. But don't let the idolatry of financial freedom put us into the slavery
the goal, though?
Of not fulfilling our purpose and fulfilling someone else's.
Is financial freedom the goal?
Thank you. These are the questions we should be asking. But yes, no?
Are you trying to answer? Is financial freedom the goal?
Is it the goal?
Or being contented with
your life?
With your life.
But can you be content with your life if you're not financially free?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. See, give me a beautiful...
No, because facts, right now I'm not financially free and I'm contented with my life.
A beautiful lady. Small house. I don't care how big it is. As long as I can be naked and no one can disturb me.
And your children are there, you're content.
And my children are there.
I heard that.
And food.
I heard that.
I can plant.
There's food on the table.
I don't...
Oh my God. And you know that's why we lack so much gratitude.
Yeah.
We are our normal. There's this creator. I have to say his name. I'm sorry. Please remember who I am. It's just, I can't go without saying this creator's name. I have to. Okay, I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. But basically, he has a podcast called the Don't Fret podcast. It's a podcast that is called the Don't Fret podcast. And he was basically saying, he made a TikTok video and he was saying that the mundane is remarkable. And this conversation just reminds me of that video because our mundane has become so unremarkable because of all the highlight reels that we're seeing.
Oh, yeah.
Of all the financial freedom, the big
Lamborghini,
houses, the aesthetic.
Truck.
Let's not even go as far as Lamborghini. Let's even go to the Mercedes. Like the really nice Mercedes. Let's not go as far as Lamborghini yet. We've even like this whole idea of new builds, yeah? And this is such a random example. In the UK, we have something going on right now where there's a lot of new build houses for basically first-time buyers to be able to buy these houses up, basically. And it's crazy to me because these new builds, maybe because it's easier to just build, they all have a very similar aesthetic, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, no, it's not even... I mean,
that's why I say, let's not even go as far as Lamborghini. Even like the very houses we live in. Have you not noticed that everyone's aesthetic, interior-wise, is quite similar now?
Of course.
There's no character to your interior aesthetic because we have this highlight reel that we're trying to reach. The mundane is remarkable.
Of course.
But the success culture that we're in right now has made it unremarkable. I can't lie to you.
Which is why I want to even ask, what does success means to people? Because I think if people can define what success, wealth means to them,
that's the billion-dollar question.
They would understand, okay, you know, it's not until when I have $1 million that I can be successful.
Facts.
It's not until when I have all the money in this world that I can be rich.
Facts.
Everybody, you just need to cut your clothes according to your size. You just need to understand what makes you happy outside of you trying to be what they are.
And I think that's what you mean by cut your clothes according to your size.
Yes.
Because I don't want you guys to misinterpret what we're saying and saying that aspiring for great things is a bad thing. Or people who are successful is a bad thing. People who are wealthy. No. It's not a secret that me and Sev want to be wealthy.
Oh, trust me, I am. Bro.
That's no secret. I think he's saying cut your clothes according to your size because I think, let me not contradict myself.
I mean,
it's not necessarily about, even when I say when me and Sev want to be wealthy, I'm not just talking about money. I think money is good because it does give you a certain level of freedom. Money is great. But also, money does come with a lot of things that, even because I don't earn that amount now, that I don't know what it can come with. Do you understand what I mean? I don't know what that grass and that world looks like and how it impacts me. Do you understand what I mean? But I think more than anything, we want to be wealthy in terms of, one, what we're giving to the world, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But also wealthy in terms of actually truly accessing every blessing that God has given for us.
To us, yep.
I don't want someone else's blessing. Aiming for the big dogs. But your story isn't big dog.
Oh, yes.
And that's not a bad thing. The internet will make you believe the successful culture, the successful content will make you thinking, don't aim for the big dog is a bad thing. We're in a dangerous place.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm struggling with the words. Because obviously, it looks good. It feels right to tell people, aim for the best, aim for the highest, earn the most, start this
and that's
business,
what people want to hear.
Entrepreneur this, entrepreneur that. It's so easy. It sounds great. And that's why I'm hesitant to talk against it a little bit.
It's not like you're talking against it.
Yes.
It's not like... you're not talking against it. We just... I think
dream big is it's one of my mottos.
This platform itself is for us to be as transparent as possible. To be as real as possible.
That's true.
And the realness is how much money... If money can make them happy... Why do they want constant, despite they are billionaires, millionaires, why do they want more?
More.
You can never get satisfied with what you have. You cannot. And the what some people are having is to the detriment of somebody else.
Oh, that's
to the
true.
peace of somebody
else.
else.
That's very true. Because sometimes you don't even know how much wickedness is locked up in it. They're gonna sell you the righteousness of it, but you don't actually know how much wickedness can be locked up in it.
And that's even one aside.
Yes.
It is just the fact that where you are is better, much more better than you can ever imagine than where somebody else is.
It's remarkable.
Because let's say for example, like us now.
Yes.
To us, we may not be happy and content with where we are, but somebody else also feel like, how I wish I have some myself place. How do you gauge levels?
How do you gauge levels?
Do you gauge levels based on how much is in the account?
Yes.
Because that's what they are feeding us. Oh, the richest man has something billion.
Yeah.
But it's billions he has. What does he have here?
So I want to try and link it back because I feel like this episode's kind of been all over the place. Even though we've been talking in a direction, that original thing when we were saying, you know how because obviously we started this conversation from your yearly plan.
Yeah.
What your goals are, and I brought up the facts that everyone's goals is looking real similar.
Yes.
Our goals are really looking the same.
Yes.
And if all our goals are looking the same, hey, I'm sorry, we have to question.
Yes.
And the question is, what we said at the beginning, that as much as you're doing that work of accomplishment, of aspiration, make sure you're just or even more doing the work of personal development.
Yes.
Actually, personal development is the wrong word. The work of looking inside.
Of
questioning your intentions, questioning your wants, questioning your gut feelings, questioning your mind.
What do I really want?
What do I, is this really, where does this come from? Is this coming from my trauma? Is this coming from what my parents always wanted me to do? Is this coming from what I saw on social media? Is this coming from my older brother or sister that I see doing this thing? Where is this really coming from? Because if it's not coming from my soul, if it's not coming from my inner purpose and what I feel in my DNA, I don't want it. And yes, this is that place where we believe in purpose. That's definitely what this place is.
Tell them.
We believe.
Fulfill.
That, fam, I lived this life with the belief that I was uniquely knit together in my mother's womb. I wasn't made like you.
Yes.
The impact you will have on someone else is a very different impact I must have on someone
Correct.
else. The assignment you will fulfill is very different from the assignment
Even already.
I fulfill. The things you even say on this podcast must kind of differ in a way from the things I say, because the people you touch will be different from the people I touch. Which is why it's giving double whammy. It's giving 2 birds with 1 stone, which is why we have a global reach. I'm not afraid to say that. As much as we're just growing, I look at the statistics all the time. We have a global reach. That's not to boast. That gives me confidence that Sev is being uniquely himself. If he wasn't, we wouldn't reach Nigeria the way we would. Because I'm a Nigerian man, but I don't give Nigeria like that. Even though I'm trying to get more into my Nigerian bag. But I know Sev has never looked at Sam and said, okay, everyone's talking about Sam in the comments, everyone's talking about Sam, let me try and be more like Sam. He's not going to do that. And it's part of the reason why I even brought him on this process, because he's not going to do that.
Wow.
And I know that people that if I brought them on this process, they would have done that.
Jeez.
And it means you lose out on the people that you're supposed to impact. We have the reach that we do.
You're getting me emotional, bro, honestly.
We have the reach that we do because you are you. And I am me. And we need to continue doing that.
Yeah.
There's a part you play.
We all have a part.
There's a part you play, and you're giving up that part because of another part that seems to look more glamorous than yours.
Wow.
Nah, man.
Nah.
Because the world won't change. I don't care how demented and stupid you think I am. I will live this life with the belief that I am a world changer.
Ooh.
I changed my environment.
Definitely.
And it's my purpose that does that.
Oh,
I promise you, our world wouldn't look as bad as our world looks right now. It wouldn't look the way it looks today if world changes. People who are fulfilling their assignment, people who are fulfilling their purpose, are living in what they're supposed to be living in. I'm a result of someone living their purpose.
Yes. Because the thing is, if you're as you're living your life to the fullness and the best version of it, somebody else is seeing it, and then they are using that as a template to say, okay, you know what? This guy is not faking it.
Yeah.
I don't need to fake it.
Yeah.
This guy is being real.
Yeah.
I need to be real too. So your realness is sparking something within somebody.
Yes.
So, and that is what you just need.
Yeah. Because I do the work. I've done the work before of what it takes to really look inward and find yourself.
Yes.
I know when I'm avoiding myself. Because facing you isn't always easy.
Oh.
I remember there was a philosopher I was talking about at the beginning. When he started his interview by saying that we, as humans, we don't ask ourselves enough, okay, you know when your body's feeling a certain way, what is it I'm feeling right now?
What is it?
Is it fear? Is it joy? Is it anxiety? Is it sadness?
Is it anger?
Is it anger? Is it grief?
Is it trouble?
Take the time to work it out, because it will come up again in a way that you don't want it to come up because you didn't address it.
Oh, that's why I love our friendship and I love our brotherhood, because we ask questions.
You do? Oh, wow. Guys, Sam asked me a question the other day.
And the question,
I even wanted to talk about that on the pod.
The question
at some point.
is a healing.
Yes, yeah.
And that's why
sometimes you help me do that inner work.
We don't know how important, and I think people shy away from questions because they are not ready.
They're not ready.
They are not ready
ourselves is a scary place.
You just
scary. We were on our way to my brother's
cake shop
30th birthday, and we were picking up dessert. I'm just using a very specific example of how I've been choosing not to face myself because your mind, your subconscious knows. Your subconscious knows that this is a place of pain for you. We can't address it. Let's not face it. It's kind of a protection mechanism. We were on the way to pick up the dessert for my brother's 30th birthday party. And I was just driving as per usual, my horrible bad driving as per usual that Sev was always complaining about. And then Sev said, Sam, are you happy? And I was like, oh God, here we go again. Please, your dumb ass questions. And I was very open to the question because I've said this so many times on this podcast. Sev is one of the most people I feel most comfortable around on this earth. So I didn't feel defensive. I instantly was very open to answering you. And I said, what did I say? I said yes. I think I said yes initially. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm content. I'm grateful. Like, God has given me so much this year. I think that's kind of what I was saying.
Yes.
I'm so grateful. And then I don't know what you said something else. And then eventually my answer...
it was a thing of, okay, so what makes you happy?
Yes. But there was a time I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I said, I don't know what makes me happy, or I said, I don't know if I'm happy.
You don't know if you're happy, if you being happy is to that extent. Kind of thing.
Yes, but remember I said I don't know, and then that's when you start asking more questions.
Yes.
Because I remember saying that when someone says I don't know, that's still a real answer.
Yes.
It just means there's more to unpack. I don't know isn't a bad answer. People who get frustrated at that, it's weird. It just means there's more to unpack. And then you asked I can't remember what follow-up questions you asked, but
I can't even remember.
He asked a couple follow-up questions, and essentially the conclusion that we came to was the reason why, because I was happy. I genuinely experienced not just moments, but I was living in a place of contentment. Of like, wow, I'm so grateful for what God is doing in this time.
Yes.
One, I'm more grateful for my mundane, but also there are prayers that I've asked for so long that God is answering. But on top of that, was a layer, not even a layer, something that was not allowing me to live in the fullness of my happiness, was this idea that I didn't deserve to be happy.
Yeah. I think
and guys, even when I said it, what did I say to you, Sev?
Bro, you were shocked. I
was like, wait, Sev, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, that's what you said. And I said, yes, Sam, something is wrong.
As I said, oh, like, I don't think I should be happy. Why? This is what I said.
It came out
like
in
normal
like,
conversation. It wasn't even a point. It was just
you didn't even know you said it.
Yes, I was just saying, oh, but whenever I'm happy, I always say, like, Sam, don't be happy. Like, you're not allowed. Don't be, like, why would you be happy? There are so many things that are unsettled in your life right now. Did you still need to do this thing? Why are you happy? And then I go from being happy to not hating myself, but lamenting. And it's like, but you were just happy. And now all of a sudden, and this is what it is, I didn't think I deserved happiness. For one reason or the other, every time I would experience happiness, I would shut it down and say, I don't deserve that. Who am I to be content right now?
You still have a lot to unpack.
You still have a lot of hurt you cause people. You don't deserve to be happy. Jesus Christ. When we had that conversation, my mind was blown. Because this wasn't even something I knew.
Yeah.
It was subconscious.
Subconsciously.
You asked further prompting questions that made me look inside. That made me realize that, oh wait.
I didn't even know this is in me.
I have the belief that I don't deserve happiness. What the fudge? You didn't even have to say it. Instantly I was like, wait, so there's something wrong with me?
Yeah, you know why you said, oh, wait. It was a moment of, wait, what did I say?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
And then me too, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, someone was like, what? Someone was like, what?
I was like, oh, something is definitely wrong with you.
Something is wrong. And it's crazy. And obviously the conversation ended in tears because when you realize that, it's like, wow.
I didn't know I had this.
And you had to work me through it, encourage me through it, and make me realize that again, that Sam, you deserve happiness.
Yeah, we all do.
Period.
We all do, hands down.
Period. Especially if, and I remember I said something that was quite powerful. I didn't look for happiness. Happiness found me.
Oh, yes.
I didn't ask for it. I just find myself in moments of joy and contentment. But sometimes when you think you're not living to the expectations of someone else, it makes you question that contentment. That why are you content?
You
but if you're content, you're content.
Yeah.
If you're happy, you're happy.
You have it. It's in you. I think there are some things you can't control and there's some things you can control. There's some things that is in your power and there's some things that are not in your power. Whatever is in your power that you can control, you can control. Happiness, it comes like that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand people that are constantly moody. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You cannot be constantly moody. You have peace is there for you to have.
It is.
Happiness is there for you to have.
It's the device of the enemy that'll snatch it from you.
Exactly. So you've gotta be happy.
That tells you, oh, you don't deserve it. Why are you happy?
You deserve it. Every single thing on
that
earth
joy.
Deserve it.
Yeah, live in that joy. I did genuinely question it. Like, Sam, why are you happy? It's not like you've achieved all your goals. It's not like you barely achieved half your goals this year. It's not like you're not cool. You've not made some mistakes. Why are you happy? Well, because the joy of the Lord is my strength.
Oof. That's it.
Like,
you don't even need to go further.
And I realized that, thank you. I was so... One thing I was so grateful last year is that even in times where I expected myself to be sad, for some reason I had joy. Like, to experience that is insane.
Yeah.
That everything around you tells you should be sad, but for some reason,
you're happy.
You have joy. Damn. And I feel like the devil wanted to steal that from me by saying, Sam, please look at your life. Why you have
this one?
What do you
you haven't saw this
facts? What do you have to be happy about? And what that conversation is that why would I sell the joy that God gave me to the devil
for free?
For free. We need to wrap up. Before we do, just because I think this has been quite an interesting and low-key powerful episode. Because
you took it serious, bro.
I really did. I don't know where it came from. It's just when you were talking about dreaming big, question landed in my head. Because I was just deep in it, like everything I see online about people and their goals for this year and what they want to accomplish. I'm like, please, it all looks very similar.
Everybody.
It all looks very similar.
Everybody.
And I think that's why I've been a bit quiet at this time of the year, the beginning of this year, because
you want to know
yours. I'm still figuring it out. If there's anything you take away from this conversation today is, I know everyone is telling you to lock in. That's the language I'm seeing everywhere.
Ooh.
LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook.
Lock in.
YouTube.
I will tell you this.
My appeal, honestly, to you who listen to us and to myself, lock in, whatever. Do what you need to do. But more than anything, check in. Check in with yourself.
You came prepared.
If there's anything from our conversation today.
You came prepared. Why?
Because you don't want to lock in the wrong place. And the only way you will do that is if you do not check in with yourself regularly.
Ooh.
Sam, check in with yourself this year.
Check in with yourself. Because if you don't check in, how can you lock in?
You can't. If you don't check in with yourself, you will lock into the wrong thing. Exactly. You will lock into someone else's vision. You will lock in into someone else's dream. You will lock in into someone else's purpose, someone else's assignment.
Lock in. No, check in.
You will. And the reason why it's not a curse, the reason why you will is because we're always consuming, guys. It's inevitable. That's just the world we live in now.
Because we spend a lot of our time on social media.
Yes, that's just fine. It is what it is. Spend your time on social media. What's my own? I don't care. But if you want to spend your time on social media, check in often. Because that's the buffer that will allow you to align with who you are. your purpose, your assignment, your unique goals for this year, not someone else's. And that's the takeaway from this conversation.
Fact.
Because, okay, dream big, but am I really dreaming big for Sam? Is it Sam's dream? Guys, if you want to access our lovely studio, please DM us on Instagram. Because I sometimes I find it hard to refer to his page. I'd rather them DM us on Instagram so I can refer them to his page and his studio.
Yes.
Just so if you live in London, if you live in Essex, and you want to use the studio space, as a massive studio space, by the way, this isn't the only space that we have. Message us on Instagram and we'll give you the details on how to book this space for your own projects. Guys, happy 2025. We wish you the very best in this year. It is your year. I don't want you to ever think that it's not. It is yours. It is yours because it's your life. And we hope and pray, for every good thing to happen to you this year. And we hope and pray that you do reach your goals. But just make sure they're your goals.
They're your goals, not somebody else's goals.
We love you.
We love you.
We cherish you.
We cherish you.
We are so happy that you subscribe to our space.
Thank you so much.
But those of you who are new, make sure you subscribe, share on all our platforms, Spotify listeners.
In fact,
we love you.
Comment.
Make sure you're commenting.
We want to see you in the comment section.
And make sure you like the video, guys. All these metrics really help the video. And we want to reach as many people as possible. Sometimes I look back at some of our old videos, I'm like, damn, I wish more people saw this because this is good stuff.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So share. Like, subscribe. It just means that Spotify, YouTube, all our platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, is just going to push out our content even more. And that's what we want. Guys, let's grow in 2025.
Absolutely.
Let's become the biggest community online.
Oh, yes. Because this family is your family. This brotherhood is your brotherhood. This community is your community.
This space is your space.
And then we are going high this 2025.
Alrighty.
We are already high.
We're already high, but we're going higher.
We're going higher.
Thank you so much, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. We are signing out.
We are signing out.
See you later. Enjoy your 2025.
Eat yourself and your son.